Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Hi Martin.
Hi Chanel.
The hydrogen economy is a new growth area for platinum group metals. What can you tell us about that?
There's concern that the traditional markets for platinum group metals, keeping pollution out of the sky because of the role that they play in autocatalysis in cars throughout the world and keeping cities clean, is changing because you're getting battery electric vehicles coming in and taking some of that market. But if you look at the potential of the hydrogen economy, it is far more holistic. It goes into every corner of activity where you can introduce hydrogen. And if you look at that hydrogen introduction, in every corner, there's a possibility of using platinum group metals. And Heraeus Precious Metals is emphasizing this. And at the moment, one of their leaders is in Asia, with customers, trying to spell out that this is the way to go for the world, because you want a holistic solution and you want a convincing solution, and that can be provided by green hydrogen, which comes about through the use of sun and wind and water energy, and then electrolysis to get that hydrogen. And that electrolysis involves platinum group metals. And then when you get the hydrogen, when you want to convert it back into electricity so that you can put it into these vehicles again that can go down the road, and you can also use it in off-grid areas, it's a very useful thing. Again, you're looking at platinum group metals. So I think there should be a lot more emphasis by the platinum mining sector. There used to be a big emphasis on marketing. Used to go there and used to want to speak to the old JCI and various parts of the platinum world, and they would just talk to you about marketing, because at that stage there was a bit of rivalry and they didn't want to give you too much detail about their production, but they would talk on marketing. Now we don't have that. We don't have that same thrust. And I think that a lot more should be done, because South Africa is a big supplier of these platinum group metals, and we've got to ensure that there's no interruption in the market.
Ian Cockerill is now the CEO of West African miner Endeavour. Tell us about that.
It's interesting that you get these Hall of Fame people that actually did so much in the South African mining industry now being available to solve problems. And we saw a fairly quick need for a CEO by Endeavour, and they were able to take these people who have really had so many decades of experience in South Africa and put them there, into West Africa to deal with Endeavour Mining, which is active in the Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Senegal. Just like that, these people are able to do it. And it just gave me an awakening call that we need to develop a lot more people like that in South Africa. Ian Cockerill did so much in our gold mining industry here. Now he's able to do it very quickly in West Africa to solve problems at a time when gold mining is important and you need someone to ensure that there's no disruption. I'm a little bit concerned that we haven't got that same flow of top leadership here, and it would be good as these critical minerals come into being that we create these new leaders. We do a lot more around developing people, because in the end they're the ones that create the jobs, they create the profits, they create the interest in these metals and minerals.
Lastly, tell us about the appointment by Sibanye-Stillwater of a new Chief Sustainability Officer.
Yeah, so this C-suite appointment also awakened me to the fact that sustainability is now becoming what we call a C-suite appointment possibility, and it's happening more frequently. So you saw, the appointment of Melanie into that spot of CSO by Sibanye-Stillwater. That C-suite, you normally see the CEO and the COO and the CFO. We're going to see, I think, more along the lines of the CSO, the sustainability officer there, because sustainability has become so important. And sustainability within Sibanye-Stillwater is critical because the products that they develop, platinum group metals and the green metals that they're going into, are all around making the world a cleaner and a better place. And so this appointment emphasizes that you've got to have these people at top level. And the background that Melanie has had over decades is now being put to new use at a top level in the C-suite of Sibanye-Stillwater.
Thanks for chatting to us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Chanel.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. Don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.